Let's get picking.
Okay.
Whoa, some big horns.
That's a hunk of gold.
That's 3 ounces.
That guy's got more gold around his neck and his fingers than a rap artist in Chicago.
But it's kind of a neat atlas.
Is it all there?
Are you all there?
No, that's why I'm doing this for a living. 2 Sourtoe Cocktails.
You can drink it fast, you can drink it slow. Either way, your lips must touch that toe.
I'm not traveling with you anymore.
I'm Scott Cozens,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers.
See that fork in the road? Take it. We travel all over Canada.
Looking for hidden gems in basements, attics, and barns. For me, it's all about the thrill of the hunt. Oh man, we might have hit the mother lode here. I like to move fast. I can always find something we can make a profit on.
I thought I'd seen it all, Scott. I'm looking for that one-of-a-kind item that has its own story to tell. Just like the people we meet, every story is different. It's not junk to us.
Man, I love being back in the Yukon again.
It's so beautiful here.
So much history here. A lot of times we forget that we got a gold rush history in Canada too.
1898, guys having to climb up the pass. They made them bring up enough supplies for a year.
Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
I can hardly wait to get up to Dawson though and have a Sourtoe Cocktail.
What's that all about?
You never heard of a Sourtoe Cocktail? Originally it started because a guy lost his toe to frostbite. So they put it in alcohol, and then whenever you came in, you'd have a drink with the toe. Over time, the original toe got swallowed.
Oh,
So then they were looking for new toes.
you're making this
No,
up.
this is true. So now there's still miners and trappers that get frostbite and lose a toe. They donate their toes. I think there's like 5 toes and there may be a thumb right now. I'm thinking you should go in and ask for a Singapore sling with a toe, please.
I'd rather have a Caesar with a celery to stir the toe around with.
For 20 bucks, not only will I drink it, but I'll put the toe in my mouth.
Oh. All right, you're on. I want to see that toe in between your lips.
We're gonna go to the Gold Rush and we're gonna meet my brother Mike there. My brother's been up here for about 20 years. I told him to try and track some leads down for us. Hopefully he's found something.
All right, let's go meet Mike.
Hey, good to see you.
Sheldon,
Hey.
good to see you.
Mike.
I'm Scott's older brother. Get out of my beer. He's been doing that forever.
Yeah, that's good.
I used to set gopher traps in the yard and chase him around the yard and try and get him to step in them. And many other bigger brother things that are probably not appropriate.
So did you find anything for us?
You can head up towards Dawson.
I'd love to do that.
There are so many people up there that have all kinds of great items. They're a little reluctant to part with them, so you're gonna have to put on your best display of charm.
We'll try to be persuasive.
Yeah, people here are not easy. They're gonna be tough, they're gonna make them work for it. If you can get some of these Yukon treasures out of some of these people, you're doing a good thing.
Anything else?
There's one guy, Gold Nuggy Dougie.
Gold Nuggy Dougie?
Gold Nuggy Dougie used to own this place we're sitting here having beers in. When he had this place, it was packed with all kinds of great things. And when he sold the place, he took the best stuff with him.
Oh, okay.
So where is he?
About 40 minutes out of town here.
Gold Nuggy Dougie, I love it.
He's been around forever, a bit of a legend in this part. He could have a pretty good cross-section of stuff for us.
Right in the bush here.
Oh, here it is right here.
No trespassing. Survivors will be prosecuted.
It's obvious that Gold Nuggy Dougie's been amassing stuff for decades. Wow. We're hoping that we find 1 or 2 good nuggets in there.
Hey, you must be Doug.
Yes. And you must be Sheldon?
I'm Sheldon.
Scott, how are you?
So they call you Gold Nuggy Dougie.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Right off the bat, I can tell Dougie is quite a character.
There's a long story behind that one.
Yeah?
That goes back to the first one.
So how long did you have the hotel for in Whitehorse?
27 and a half years. I come up here because I loved outdoors, especially when the sun comes out. Makes my gold shine.
That's a hunk of gold.
That's 3 ounces.
And that came out of the ground as one nugget?
That's exactly the way to come out, yeah. And that's the shape of the Yukon. And the diamond there is for Whitehorse, the diamond there is for Dawson City.
So if we were to, you know, pull out a revolver and try and take that off you, what would we be getting in terms of dollars?
You'd probably get your throat slashed.
And I was a little nervous with that knife he's got in his belt. Isn't that against the law?
That's for my own protection, yeah. That's 1 ounce of chunky nuggets.
Those are all individual nuggets.
Those are all
that would have
individual.
been-
That's what you call a chunky nugget. This
Chunky
is
nugget.
finer nugget here. That's what nugget inlay. These are all individual nuggets. Same on the watch, all the way around.
That guy's got more gold around his neck and his fingers than a rap artist in Chicago. So what's the story with all this stuff?
When I come north and I started collecting, people were just walking over it, and it was being thrown in the dump. When they walked away from these mines, they left everything, and it was there for the taking. I collected a lot of this stuff before they come out with the law that you cannot remove or touch any of the stuff anymore. If you find it, you can take a picture of it and leave it.
But we
Yeah.
can buy from you and take back.
At one time, the government wanted me and another friend to inventory all this stuff, and I guess you know what I told them. I have a noose hanging up here on a tree, and then everybody said, "What's that for?" And I said, "That's for politicians if they show up here."
You got an airplane prop here, Dougie.
I think it's original. It's not like it's been chopped off or anything.
It's got repainted it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Several times. The one the market really wants is wood and much longer. But this one's old and it's a character piece. Something you'd part with?
Probably, yeah.
What would you want for it?
I want a fortune, but you tell me what it's worth, and then we'll negotiate.
You want a fortune.
Tell us what a fortune is.
Well, that'd be a fortune if the fine came with it, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I'm thinking it should be worth 600
See, I think we'd probably sell that.
for what? 1,000?
No,
1,500?
I don't think
No.
we'd get much more than 4 for that.
I'd rather be into it for 3.
350? The best part of negotiating is going to see who's going to be the winner.
3 1/4? All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I broke the ice with you.
Yeah. Now we're flying. You've been accumulating for a while.
Taking a lot of years.
One of the problems with trying to pick up in the Yukon is stuff has been hung outside, it's deteriorated.
This little guy lost his face. I see a few mounted things, but they're all chewed up.
Unfortunately, we got squirrels around here and birds,
Yeah.
and they nibble away at this stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, the animals have taken a toll on that.
The moose lost his snout.
That actually came out of the old White Horse Inn. I stayed in the White Horse Inn when I first came up here in 1968. $3 a night, and I had my first wife with me, and she slept on the floor, and I slept on the bed because it was a single little tiny spring
Just a second.
mattress.
She slept on the floor. You
'Cause
slept
I was
on the
working-
bed.
I was working-
And you're no longer together, I guess, right?
No, she didn't like sleeping on the floor.
I don't take my relationship advice from Gold Nuggy Dougie or anybody like him.
I'm gonna wander back this way a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not seeing much more that I want on that wall, so I start heading back towards another little area. Hey, Dougie, are you selling your Wells Fargo sign?
Well, the price is right.
There's a great Wells Fargo porcelain flange sign, double-sided. That one's probably from the 40s or 50s maybe, but maybe a little earlier.
I'm thinking earlier.
That's not a sign you see every day. What would you want for that?
I'd probably have to get about $250 for that.
It's pretty cool. So if I try you on at 150, are we gonna settle at 2?
Well, I was going to be more happy at 2 1/4.
2 1/4?
Yeah.
I'll do 2 1/4.
Thank you.
problem.
Okay.
I thought Dougie's prices were very fair. You got good stuff.
Get fun stuff.
Yeah.
I'd drink a lot of whiskey to get some of this stuff back in the day. If you were a drinker and I wanted something, I knew how to get it. We worked hard, we drank hard, and that's when we started negotiating the stuff that we wanted. Of course, I watered my drinks down. So when they fell off the chair, I knew I won.
I think there's more characters per square mile in the Yukon than anywhere else I've ever been.
Colorful 5% lives up here.
There's no attraction for the dull 95% up in the Yukon, is there? It's
No.
always the colorful 5%.
I don't think my brother's that interesting, and he lives up here. How do we get in your box there?
Scott and I are always looking for showcases. Anything that we can display our goods in and put a price tag on.
I'm gonna come over here and see if I can peek through the side and see what's here. I'm a bit of a crow. I love little shiny things, and that showcase was filled with little shiny things. There's not much in there that's of big value, but it's sort of fun the way it sits.
Old pocket watches. from the
Yeah.
old time. Shaving straight razors and stuff in there.
What would you sell the cabinet for and everything in it?
Scott, I love the way you think.
You make me an offer the way it sits, and it's yours.
Every now and then, you just gotta try somebody on. Just out of curiosity, just throw us a number out. When I first asked him what he'd want for the case and the contents, I wouldn't have been surprised if he'd have said 500 bucks.
150 bucks. That's, you can't resist that.
God,
now.
you're getting tempting here.
Yeah, that is tempting.
Do we need it for 100?
I guess we're stuck on that 100 1/4, aren't we?
I don't know, Shell. I think for 100 1/4, we can't not buy it. I'd have paid that much for the cabinet, let alone everything in it. I like this. What do I see when I look down? A bear trap.
That was the last politician that walked in the hotel.
It's a nice little trap, probably somewhere around 100 years old. It's a new house, good maker.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of a bear trap, but I love the look of a bear trap. So what would you want for a good bear trap like that?
Well, I'd say we're gonna have a couple hundred for that one.
At $200, I can't even negotiate. That's just a fair price. Shake the man's hand. 200 bucks? Done.
Thank you.
All right, we get to
Love a
keep,
good bear
we
trap.
get to keep the boot?
We got the boot with it. It's gonna take a fatter man than me to stand on that trap to get the boot out. Anytime I buy a bear trap, that makes my day. So this was a great day for me with Gold Nuggy Dougie. We should be able to double on that, maybe even triple on a good day.
I think we should be able to easily get 500 for the airplane propeller.
That's not a sign you see every day. We should be able to double up on that, no problem at all. Hey, Dougie, that was great.
Well, it was a pleasure, you
Great
guys.
meeting you.
We bought a few good things at very favorable prices, but the best part was meeting Gold Nuggy Dougie. And you ever get south to Alberta, you come look us up.
Alberta, that's on the other side of the mountain?
You are a character, bud.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would be more than happy to meet with Scott and Sheldon again. They were very reasonable.
Hey, that was fun, Gold Nuggy Dougie. I loved it.
A bear trap?
Yeah. And an airplane prop,
We're golden, so to speak.
a couple of nuggets.
Look at this great moose land over there. And this is wild country. Skinny little trees, the pristine beauty. You don't see development everywhere.
It's still pristine.
So we're going to go see Russ today. Apparently he's got property with a bunch of sheds on it filled with stuff. At one time he was a bit of a buyer and seller. So this may be like a closed up shop that's been closed up for decades.
He sounds like a guy that might be really motivated.
We shouldn't be too far away.
Just a little bit off the beaten path.
Just a bit. I'm a little uncertain as we're coming in here because we're in the middle of nowhere. And I'm wondering, why would anyone have a bunch of stuff out here?
I can see why he closed the store. Like you didn't get a lot of drive-by traffic.
Here it is.
Oh yeah, and he's got some gear there.
There seems to be a bit of a theme in the Yukon. Decorate the outside of your log cabin with all kinds of traps and mining gear. And I'm hoping there's as much stuff on the inside.
I bet that's Russ right there.
Scott and Sheldon, I take it.
Nice to meet you.
Glad to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
A little slice of paradise you live in.
That it is.
You spent your whole life here?
That I have.
So we noticed you got a few things hanging around.
You guys want to take a look?
Sure,
Love
where do you
to.
want to go first?
Let's go to the cabin.
Okay.
Now, I noticed you're a hunter. Got a few mounts hanging around.
Hunter and trapper by trade, and
Do you still trap?
you betcha. When my folks bought this property, the people there were trappers, and they had a trap line, and so I just sort of picked up where they left off and started trapping.
Russ is the real deal. He's trapped his entire life. He's fed the family off trapping. Look at the little bear carving, Sheldon.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he? The first thing that catches both Scott and I's eyes is a carved bear.
He's a California redwood.
Brought him up from California?
Yeah,
How long has this been around?
60s. They call him the smiling bear. He has a nice big broad smile on him.
And he is well carved. It's carved by hand. Whoever carved it had talent.
The lines on the eyes and the lines in the ears, that tells me that was a native that carved that bear. I take it he's got some emotional attachment.
Oh, everything does.
Your wife wouldn't kill you if you sold him?
I won't tell her if you don't.
I won't tell her for sure. What would you want for a smiling bear?
I don't know. I think the last one went for about 2,200. We can do a lot.
Really? Through the roof.
I have to confess, I've never bought one of these before.
Me neither.
It just scared me at 2,200.
I know. I kind of scared myself too, but
Yeah. So what are you thinking?
9-ish we can work on, I think.
That's better than your average bear, and we want to take that bear home, but it's got to be at the right price. At 5-ish, I like him.
Well, we'll work on that.
Okay.
He's not going anywhere. He'll still
Okay.
be here.
Bit of a distance. I think we'll just give it a rest and come back to it later.
Well, let's go on inside,
I'm
guys.
going in.
Hey,
You got stuff in here.
I love it.
Walk in the door, and there's stuff everywhere.
You got a little store going on in here, don't you, Russ?
Yeah, we do.
Some things have prices, some things don't have prices on it. But nobody's been in here for a while. I can tell by the prices.
You're off the beaten path. A guy would have to be lost to happen upon you.
It's word of mouth.
I'm hoping Russ has a few good things he can sell us at a reasonable price. What can you tell me about this?
He buys every beaver we find.
I love a beaver.
He's a handsome little guy.
He really is, isn't he?
He's got beaver fever.
Yellow cedar, well-carved, good husky beaver.
He's a bit tubby. He's a
Yeah,
little
well,
overweight.
beaver are tubby.
Yeah.
This is one late in the fall. We've been putting on fat for the winter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just such an iconic Canadian thing. So what would you want for him?
What did I pay for that?
Who cares?
Yeah. He looks like a
Around-
40-buck beaver.
Oh, no. That was the smaller ones are 40. 125.
Ooh. How about a $75 beaver?
$90 then.
80 bucks.
85.
There's not an easy $5 to be made here. 85 it is.
Okay.
Done.
He doesn't give up easily. Every inch of ground you take, you pay for. Got a couple hickory shafted clubs here in an old bag. This one needs the black electrician's tape to be taken off of it and have a rewrap.
That makes it authentic.
Russ has got a couple of sets of old hickory shafted golf clubs that were made probably in 1900 to 1920.
This belonged to a good friend of mine in
Really?
Carcross, and him and his dad would play golf out in the sand dunes.
Is that right?
Little smallest desert
Yeah,
in the
the
world?
smallest desert.
You're always in the sand trap in the
Yeah.
smallest desert. Yeah.
Look, we got more.
No, you don't want to see the prices on that.
That's a $250 club.
Says who?
Well, I'm not sure where Russ is coming from on his pricing.
I want to know what the price is going to be today. I don't care what it was back then.
I thought he was pricing things in yen at one point there.
If you were going to sell them all, tell me what you'd want for them.
All of them?
All of them.
Each and every one?
Every one. Russ has got a couple of sets of old hickory shafted golf clubs. What's the price today?
All of them?
All.
$480.
I'd be in at 200 bucks on all of them.
200 bucks on all of them.
All of them.
Well, we'll work on that.
Okay. This is like pitched battle.
He really is a tough negotiator.
2 on 1? My God, you got to be pretty sharp.
I spotted these snowshoes here, and they're kind of an unusual pair.
That's a great set of snowshoes. It's tall, it's got a good shape, really early.
Tell you what's really unusual is the price. $350 for this pair of snowshoes? Never in the history of mankind has anybody ever paid $350 for snowshoes.
Is that just for one or both of them?
He is trouble, this man.
I think we've met our match, Scott.
I'm able to hold my own with the best of them.
I mean, they're good. There's no question about it. They're good. I want the snowshoes, but I don't want them at anywhere near that price. What's your blown out price on them?
Bottom snowshoe price, $125.
Russ is inconsistent as a negotiator. Sometimes he takes a hard position. Other times he just gives stuff away reasonably cheap. See, now we're getting down where it's interesting to us at 125. He's got high prices on things, but he's prepared to come way down. I don't know, Shell, I'd step up for 100 for those.
115, they're yours.
Sounds like 110.
I don't care. I can't do this anymore. It's hurting me.
Now we're talking. We're gonna do some damage here today.
Where are we going next?
Well, let's go over to the next cabin.
So this one wasn't a store.
No, this is the guest cabin. Well, come on in, guys.
Oh, this is the furniture room.
Yes.
No Velvet Elvis is back here?
No.
Check this out. It's kind of a neat atlas. It's early and it's interesting.
What year is it?
1888. Good color maps, early maps of North America.
If it's all there, you'd rebind it. If it's not all there, you just take the maps out of it. Is it all there?
Are you all there?
No. That's why I'm doing this for a living.
There's some good early Canadian maps. A lot more difficult to find the Canadian ones than it is European and even American ones. So what would you want for something like that?
125.
Yikes. I'm out.
Yeesh, come on now.
All right, 120.
50.
75 and it's yours.
60 bucks.
60 bucks.
60 it is.
We're thinking it's so far gone, we'll sell the maps individually.
You got some sheds here.
Shed horns. Those are ones I've picked up from around the local area.
There are two types of antlers you can buy. Antlers that have been taken off an animal that's died, or antlers that are shed.
It wouldn't take much to shed that because it weighs about 15 pounds.
I imagine
One
they're-
shake at the right time, gone, right? Unless you have the licensing, you cannot buy an animal that has been shot. So we're only interested here today in antlers that have been shed. Now, have these been lacquered, or what's the
A little
coloration?
bit of black on the top just to preserve them.
Yeah.
That guy's here, he's a little different
That's
because,
unique, isn't it?
because he's
Holy
got a
smokes.
couple deformities on him.
Yeah.
In the hunting trade, they call that an atypical rack. See, the way that's grown in like that, it's like that deviation right there is really, really strange. And that's one of the weirdest atypicals I've seen. I think it's great.
So do I.
I do too.
Fabulous.
So what would you want for that one?
150.
Ooh, jeez.
I know, but I packed that off the mountain for 2 days.
Really?
So you got nothing into it. All you got is a 6-pack of beer and a tub of chicken.
Tell you what, I'd offer you 75 bucks.
That one there, he's a little different.
How about 100 bucks?
100 bucks.
100 bucks it is.
I'm not out in the hunt for a good rack, but if I see one, it's usually big and bold.
Yeah.
Are we part of that colorful 5%?
Yeah. Where'd I leave my pistol?
We didn't finish up on that bear.
On the bear.
All the time we've been buying other stuff, I keep thinking about Smiley. We need a new mascot.
I bet he would fit right in between you two guys in the van there.
He's about the same height. He's
Yeah.
about the same width.
I'd kind of feel comfortable with the bear at 500.
Bit of a gap between us, 9 and 5.
He's stalling at 900 bucks on it.
So where are we going with this?
I believe in the power of wearing a guy down. Mr. Bear could go south at 500.
Oh, is that right?
You don't sound convinced.
They got their little sales pitch down pat. 8, I'll do it. That's about as low as I can come down, though.
$800 is still a little more than we want to pay. How about if we take a little different tact?
Okay.
How about if we gave you 7, but you gave us the golf clubs too?
I like it.
Here, just a sec. I'm gonna go get his golf clubs. Let's see what he looks like going golfing. A set for you and a set for me.
There we go.
There we go.
Run this by me again now.
So
here.
you give us, for 700, we get the
This
bear
bear.
and the golf clubs. That's the 5 we want to pay for Smiley and the 2 we want to pay for the golf clubs.
We got to ching just a little bit more here to make Mr. Bear keep a smile on his face.
He's gonna smile no matter what, I guarantee it.
$800 for the set.
Which is pretty darn close to where we want it to be.
All right, done.
Okay, I can do that. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty optimistic about Smiley. I think we're gonna do okay with it.
When you find really unusual ones like that,
Look how thick they are.
yeah.
For that pair, we should be able to get $175, maybe $200 out of that.
I like that little beaver, though.
I like the beaver too. He's good. I would have thought you were beavered out by now.
Never get enough beaver.
Smiley's one of my favorite things. I love Smiley. We're gonna put that in our warehouse and we're gonna whack that at 1,200 bucks.
Okay, guys.
That was a lot of fun, Russ.
Russ, that was
You
great.
too.
Thank you very much.
Enjoyed it a lot. We had a lot of fun, and I think we both went away with a smile on our face.
Hey, that was great.
I didn't think coming down this road we were gonna find the kind of stuff we found. I love Smiley. He's a winner. Smiley is absolutely a winner. I'm sure happy we're not in a dog sled. Summer's definitely the time to visit the Yukon.
Oh, the land of the midnight sun. I love it. You can pick all day and all night. So have you given some consideration to a gift for Keenan?
A gift?
Yeah.
His
Give him a little-
paycheck is a gift.
I think we should encourage him. Why don't we get him a souvenir from the Yukon?
I'll keep my eyes open.
Me too.
Wow. Dawson City, Yukon.
This has got to be the most unique place I think I've ever been to.
Yeah, it's interesting the way they've done up some of these storefronts. Still got the history of the old building on them.
For that little short period right after gold was discovered, 30,000 people here. It was the largest town west of Winnipeg and north of San Francisco.
And when would that have been?
1898.
Hey, there's the downtown hotel. There's where the Sourtoe Cocktail is.
I think we maybe should leave that for later.
You think it might throw you off your game? So I'm going to do the sour toe. Are you going to do it?
How's the toe looking?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. But depending upon the condition of the toe, for 20 bucks, I'll put it between my teeth.
You're on. That could be the best 20 bucks I ever spent.
But in order to get me to do that, you got to at least do the sour toe. You just got to give it a little peck on its toenail. Assuming it still has a toenail.
Yeah, right.
I'm getting a distinct sense that you're going to bail on this thing.
I'm reserving judgment.
Are you a picker or a pickette? Okay, let's go picking.
I'm going to see Ed and Heidi. Ed's an old miner. I think he's got some mammoth tusks, some reclaimed miner things. Enough that I think we should go take a look.
Okay, keep our eyes peeled here.
Look at that place set back.
Oh, look at that. That's got to be it right there.
Yeah.
Let's go see Ed.
Well, how are you guys doing?
Good, how are you? Scott, how are you?
Good.
I'm Sheldon.
Hi, Sheldon.
Hello, Sheldon. I'm Heidi.
So how long have you lived here, Ed?
Well, 5 years here, but a good many years in the territory since '77. I came to the Yukon to escape the hustle and bustle of the cities. Yukon is still a free place left in this country. There's getting to be fewer and fewer, and this is one of them.
What about you, Heidi?
I've been here for about 7 years, just in the summertime.
Have you had the Sourtoe Cocktail in Dawson?
No. No, thank you very much. Have you?
No, but Sheldon's going to have one tonight.
We got a bet on.
Oh, way to go!
Let's get picking.
Yeah, okay.
Whoa,
Incredible.
those are some big horns. I see the biggest set of horns I've ever seen in my life, and it's pretty obvious to me that these are prehistoric. What are these off of?
They're steppe bison.
Wow. Whoa.
These would be a relative to the bison we see on the prairies, but our guys are much smaller.
These are extinct, these animals.
Yeah. What about this stuff?
Oh, it's just from all over the place.
I know Scott and I are going to head towards those horns, but first I want to see all the knickknacks on the table.
Is any of this stuff sort of historic to Dawson, or is this just stuff that was
it's,
brought here?
It's all mixed. These are locks off of old cabins I've found over the years.
Oh, yeah. Where do you find this stuff?
Oh, that was mine when I was a kid. That's from the 50s.
He's sort of got a pathetic growl, doesn't he? He's an old lion. I'm just looking at the knick-knack table to sort of disguise the fact that I really love those horns.
Have you any idea what that is?
Looks like it's from suspenders or something, or a garter.
You got it. That's,
Ah, okay.
That's a garter
That's why I
belt
was sitting there with...
from one of the Lowestown girls in 1900.
Yeah, really?
He has a very unique laugh.
Is the red light district
Yeah.
down by the river?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't accepted in Dawson to have the brothels right in town.
Well, tell us about these horns.
We had a little bit of fun looking at the doodads on the table, but it's time to get over to those 3 sets of horns.
Are they the same breed, all of them?
Yeah, these are all steppe bison.
How do you find them?
Well, I've been mining all my life, and about where the mud meets the gravel, you find these horns.
How deep down below the surface?
Well, where these come from, it's about 15 feet of mud.
That's where they're buried, so they're quite rare.
What's with the coating this one's got on it? Did you
Sheldon.
put that on?
Well, this one was broken, and if you look close, you can see
Right.
the join here.
Yeah.
And I've reconstructed it to show the full size of the animal.
And there was no skull left.
No skull, no.
So this, all we got is two horns here that's original. Okay.
And these others are just the way you found them?
These are the way they come out of the mud, yeah.
This is a new game for Scott and I.
And you don't need any permits or anything to own these? You just dig them up and take them?
Just dig them up and take them. It's a permit required to take them out of the country.
Yeah. So what would they sell for?
One like this or this with the complete skull is worth about $3,500.
Whoa.
When Ed quotes such a huge price, I'm thinking this might not be a deal.
So what do you sell these for?
I'd sell them for a quarter what they sell for on the market. These two, $800 each.
Quite interesting.
I think he wants to make a deal today.
This one I've done a lot of work in, and it's really huge. I'd say $1,200 for this one.
Now we've got to start trying some tactics.
I think we're sort of out on the big one. See, I value this one less than those two personally, just because of the fact that there was no skull attached to it.
The size of these is remarkable.
That's why I preserved this one. It's the largest I've seen in over 30 years.
And I think,
right? Yeah.
I think you did the world a favor preserving it.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure whether or not we can sell it. That's the bigger problem.
What would you do on these two?
The two smaller ones.
You gonna give us a break if we bought more than one? What would you do on these two?
The two smaller ones. Let's start with just those two.
I'd have to say I'm firm $750 each on these two.
Ed can tell our hesitation on these pieces, but I still think he wants us to buy them.
If we want to do a deal,
Yeah.
there, $750, everything there. $1,500, take all of that. This is a nice piece on its own. You know, that's probably a $300, $400 touch right there.
Ed's packaging tells me that he wants them all gone, and I'm thinking we might be able to make a deal on them. We were thinking $500 a skull.
That's too low. I'd keep them.
We seem to be stalling out, so I thought, well, let's try a little bit different angle at Ed. What if we did the whole table? Would 22 do it?
It's a deal.
All right, 22 does it. We're done.
I would have gone cheaper on that, but we'll live with it.
He shook real quick. He was just waiting for a good counter offer.
I'd be happy to sell some more skulls to Scott and Sheldon, yeah, anytime.
Okay, I got mine.
Okay, let's take it your way.
Hefty.
We've heard mixed messages about whether we can get these horns out of the Yukon, but I think we're going to go down, talk to the paleontology division, see if we can get a permit to get them out of the Yukon. Whew, this is a pig.
You think on the roof of your car is gonna work? So we're loading up in the van, and somebody pulls in a pickup truck. Hey, what you got back there?
We got goodies.
Turns out to be Ed's buddies, and they want to sell us some stuff.
Hi, Scott.
Hi, I'm Marlene.
Hi, Marlene. I'm Sheldon.
Elf.
Alf? Scott.
Hey, Al.
We've been mining about 33 years.
We actually wash the gold out of the gravels with water.
So what'd you bring?
Whoa, that's a big one. Holy smokes. Look at that. Is that mammoth or mastodon?
Mammoth.
Man, I love the tusk. I've been looking for a mammoth tusk since we hit the Yukon. Finally, there's a big one there. So what would you sell that baby for?
Well, I would like 3,000 for it.
That's a lot. We know it's probably a good deal, but we don't have a real serious market for mammoth ivory in Calgary.
If a person did cut it up for jewelry, you would be looking at thousands of dollars worth of jewelry, eh? Because ivory jewelry is worth a lot.
It's one of the only kind of ivories you can trade internationally, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
It's
That's
totally
true.
legal.
Definitely want to make an offer on this, but I'd like to see what else you've got so that we can sort of formulate a plan in our head.
got some jewelry here.
Oh, yeah. I bet you made those.
I did,
That's got to be an expensive piece of jewelry, that one.
yes.
What would a nugget like that sell for in this state like this?
About 750.
They're selling their own gold that Marlene has taken and made into jewelry. You're not panning for gold. You must have a fairly good operation.
No,
Yeah,
we
we
have
have bigger
we have
one.
a shake. We get an ounce every 27 yards of material we put through.
Just goes to show the gold rush didn't end in 1910.
Now, that sounds pretty rich to me.
It's not bad.
People are still coming up here trying to make it rich doing gold.
This is out of our claim.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at that. Shell, look. I'm not doing that.
Alf is pulling out little jars full of nuggets, and they're heavy. What do we got, a couple ounces of gold in there?
Yeah, 10, 12 maybe?
12 and a half.
Now we're starting to get close to pounds of gold.
So we're talking 500, 1,000,
Yeah,
1,500?
I don't think so.
15,000 maybe.
How long would it take you to mine that?
Up on our claim, probably 3 or 4 days.
Get out of here.
You're making good money on your claim.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing it.
It's time to get over to what we're here for, and we want to zoom in on that big mammoth tusk.
I like this, Sheldon. I've always loved this stuff, but I don't know how comfortable I feel at 3 grand on it. I'd be way happier at 2 than 3.
Well, you could still double your money on that for carving and jewelry.
We're going to Calgary. There's no carvers in Calgary.
First, he's got to learn how to carve, and then he can double his money.
Oh, shoot.
I really want to buy that tusk because it's the biggest, most complete one I've had a chance to buy.
Got some flexibility in that?
Oh, you're right.
Usually I'm the tough guy. He's being the tough guy today.
25 is as low as we'll go.
She finally gets down to $2,500.
My instincts are just yelling at me, good deal.
Okay, let's
You
shake
bet.
on it.
Alf,
Right on. When the bargaining got real hard there, she had to bite her tongue a couple times.
I tend to get carried away at times.
Thank you.
hey, that was a lot of fun.
Congratulations.
So much.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Nice to meet you. Good. Yeah. Keep on digging.
Adios, amigo.
Adios.
Hey, that was pretty interesting.
That was absolutely bizarre. 3 bison skulls.
You never know what's going to happen in the Yukon, especially.
I never figured that because when we pulled up to the driveway, I thought, what are we going to find here? We're going to head down to the hotel and we're going to have the Sourtoe Cocktail.
Oh, no.
You got it. You can't come to Dawson City and not kiss the toe. I mean, what could be better? You get a little glass, you fill it up with bourbon, scotch, and then you put a miner's frostbitten toe in there that's been sitting in a jar of salt brine. You drop her in your drink, knock her back, and kiss the toe. And here it is, right here at the downtown hotel. Let's park right here. Let's go Sourtoe.
This is going to be disgusting.
Two Sourtoe cocktails,
Two
please.
cocktails coming right up. You guys joining the club tonight?
Sounds like a tough club to join.
I think you'll do just fine.
Sure hope so.
There you go.
Thank you kindly.
All right. Thank you.
Here to do the toe?
I guess I am.
Is that what we do? We do the toe?
That is the terminology, yes. So first one up, put their name, where you're from, and the date.
You best go first.
You better not jam on me.
You got any fresh toe?
No, unfortunately, only mummified.
Only mummified. Do I have to
Yeah.
put this on?
Yep, you do. It's part of the whole.
Can I put it on that way?
You can do whatever you want.
Whoa. Oh, jeez. So what are the rules about the toe?
You can't swallow it, and you can't steal it, and it's got to touch your lip.
Really?
You ready, Scott?
I guess.
In recognition that Scott, in the presence of witnesses, is about to drink an authentic Sourtoe cocktail, proving he's a person capable of almost anything. You can drink it fast, you can drink it slow. Either way, your lips must touch the toe.
For 20 bucks, I'll put it between my teeth.
You're on.
Napkin? Awesome.
It's not a bad toe. You serve good toe here.
Thank you. There you go. That's a certificate. You get to hang on your wall.
Hard act to follow. I think I want to go first.
All right, if you want to put your name and where you're from in the book.
Oh, yeah, you better do that. We were having such a good time until this came along.
You ready, Sheldon?
As ready as I'm ever going to be.
You can drink it fast, you can drink it slow. Either way, your lips must touch that toe.
I'm not traveling with you anymore. Now tell me I'm not the first to gag on some toe.
I think you bit off more than you can
Here you go, Sheldon. You're officially a member of the Sourtoe.
That's all I get for doing that? That's it?
Yep.
Wow. I think I'll refill.
Awesome.
Thank you, I think.
No problem.
Yeah, I feel like I just thanked a cop after he gave me a ticket. Time to head her back to Alberta, I'd say. So what are you thinking for a gift for Keenan?
Something really cheap.
No. Let's get him something really good.
You get him what you want to get him, I'll get him what I want to get him.
Let's go our separate ways on the gift. You get him a gift, I'll get him a gift, and we'll see whose gift he likes better.
Oh, it's good to be back, isn't it? After you.
Hey, Keenan, we just rolled into town.
Right on.
And we brought you some stuff from our travels.
No, he brought you some stuff from our travels.
We know you've been working hard. We wanted to get you a good gift.
I think you'll like mine more. It's a little bit more manly there.
Oh. I love hygiene and all, but...
Yeah, now look at that. Is that not a quintessential Canadian souvenir?
That's a gift.
And after you win your next fight, you might want to pamper yourself.
With a loofah?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of body cream, some towels, slippers. Look at, got you some slippers.
The thought...
I'm so sorry.
Thought means a ton, but...
I'm so sorry.
Maybe I'll try it, I guess.
We knew you were working hard. We wanted you to know it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we were thinking of you on the road.
Really
I'm sure your mother will like that stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Get back to work. See you later.
See you guys.
I think Keenan really appreciated the thought.
You gave him a frog loofah.
Everybody will know it's his in the showers.